So you've got pain in the shoulder. Well, there's lots of different structures in the shoulder. The shoulder is a complex joint and it can be many different things, James.
And we're going to go through a lot of the things that you might be experiencing, and stick around to the end because we've got a lot of things that might help you with your shoulder injury as well.
So it can be a number of things. I mean, you could have rotator cuff issues. You could have bursitis, the sac of fluid in the joint that's getting inflamed.
Yeah, rotator cuff pain.
Yeah. Impingement, so when we're lifting the arm, we might feel a pinch in the shoulder where a structure is getting caught. We could have injuries to the joint itself, where and the ligaments around the joint from an injury.
You might have been told you got frozen shoulder potentially as well.
God forbid. Or it could be an arthritic issue that's been slowly developing over time. There's a number of different things in the shoulder and a number of different structures that could be causing your pain.
And what we kind of see a lot within our clinics are the presentation of these shoulder injuries. You know, you might come in saying, I woke up and it was very sore because I was sleeping on it.
Yeah. Or,
the pain seems to be moving around and, like just generally my shoulder's sore.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in one place. It can move, it can travel. And that can actually be quite confusing to actually know what's going on.
And that's a lot of what we see. A lot of our clients go, my shoulder's sore, but it's never in the same spot.
Yeah.
You might also have some difficulty, putting the washing on the line or
putting
your bra up, combing your hair.
Yeah.
And these are common things we see with people with shoulder injuries. But the problem is that there's a lot of misconceptions out there of why the shoulder is sore.
Absolutely, James. And this is something that we do hear a lot, is where people have left it way too long to come in. It's not going to get better just with time, unfortunately. We still use our shoulder every single day.
Yeah, pretty much every movement, Even when you're driving, you're utilizing muscles in your shoulder. Even though you might not feel like your shoulder's moving in a big range, you're still using your shoulder to hold onto the steering wheel. And, even at the computer desk, or even if you're on the phone, we're putting the shoulder in certain positions that may not cause immediate pain at the time, but further cause some issues to the shoulder.
Yeah, maybe there was an acute injury where you threw a ball, you fell on it or something like that. But more often than not, it's actually been developing over time. You didn't just sort of wake up with it. So time is not just going to heal it, you need to do something about it.
Yeah, and a lot of the time we hear that, I just need to strengthen my shoulder. And that's a massive misconception.
Absolutely.
Because the shoulder, the muscles and the joint that is sore doesn't need more strength. You're putting more tension or more pressure on those muscles that are already crying out in pain.
Yes, you need to work out what's putting the pressure on that shoulder and find the true cause of the problem. Something we also hear in a lot of our clients is the fear of having an injection or surgery, God forbid.
Yeah.
That's way too common, and that is not necessarily the answer.
Especially injections. Injections are aimed at reducing inflammation and not addressing the true cause of the pain.
Yes.
And you need to be addressing the true cause of the pain. And like we said earlier, it's not going to get better with time, or it's not going to get better with an injection, because we're not addressing why the shoulder is sore to begin with. And that's our job as physiotherapists. And we do that a lot with our clients, is find the true cause of why that shoulder is sore.
Absolutely. You need to find out the true cause of what's going on with that shoulder, and stay tuned to find out.